No, no, it's fine. No, it's fine.
Now it's fine? Okay.
Yeah.
So, a very good evening to all of you. And once again, welcome to Secrets of Living a Full Life. So, as you all know, full life means a fearless, unstoppable, limitless, and loving life. So, it's been my pleasure to conduct these full talks every Wednesday from 7:30 a.m. Sorry, 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And today, under this topic, we have a subtopic, and that is importance of social skills. So, if you will see during the time that we had the lockdown during the COVID period, many people had gotten into their shells because there was no human connection being possible except for the people with whom they were living. And even I remember around a year before COVID happened, there was a trend that happened in Japan, and that trend was called as Hikikoria. So Hikikoria was where the youngsters would get into their own apartments and would not connect with anyone for at least a period of 6 months. So anything they wanted to eat, they would order it online. Anything they wanted to learn, they would learn online with no communication with any human being. So at that time, I had thought about, like, I mean, how can somebody survive? We as human beings are social animals. And how can somebody survive in that manner? But actually, COVID made us realize that it is possible. However, I have seen a rise of cases with regards to mental health because of being in that state. And many youngsters and young adults have been victims to this particular state that we were put into, forced because of the COVID virus. And, they have lost the ability to use their social skills. And today they find themselves at a loss because other people are able to leverage on their social skills, but they are not able to, utilize that to their maximum level. Hence, the need for this topic, which is called as importance of social skills. So we did do a session the other day. So what do you think, Neha? Like when we are talking about social skills, how important is social skills?
Social skills are very important. How we communicate, how we connect with other people,
Hmm.
how we listen, how we talk,
Hmm.
how we present ourselves.
Correct. So
Lots
because
of other things are there.
yeah, for example, a simple gesture, like when someone comes into a place where a group of people are meeting, and when they walk in, like if there are five or six people who are seated and the seventh person comes in, it's a norm that you just acknowledge their presence. So these are not certain things that has to be taught. They are unspoken rules and codes of conduct which has to be used. So today, if you want to be excelling in any sphere for that matter, you have to have good social skills. So let's take a look at what is social skills and how it can be helpful to us to know more about social skills. um Mohak, I think I need your help here. Just a minute. Huh? I need to know where is the presentation. This is it. Yes, present. Now it's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
So, a very good evening to all of you. And once again, welcome to Secrets of Living a Full Life. बंद करो, Mute करो उसको.
Let it play.
No, no, mute. Let it play. Yes. Mute. That's fine. Yes. So introduction to social skills, and we thank Mohak for having helped us in this presentation. So if you will see, it is basically the basis for building strong connections or strong relationships. It can also be helpful in your career advancement. So many people come to me for professional development program by which they want to advance in their career.
ये मैम
Yes,
थोड़ा सा स्क्रीन बढ़ा दीजिए ना, कुछ दिख ही नहीं रहा.
दिख नहीं रहा है.
No, nothing is we are able to see.
You're not able to see the screen.
No, नहीं स्क्रीन दिख रहा है, उसके अंदर क्या लिखा है? I am not able to see anything.
Mohak, can you just help? Mohak, they're not able to see anything, it seems. What about you, Smriti? Can you see what is written here? Because it's clear to me.
No, it should be clear to them as well. Can you guys see?
Resize the window to display more parties. No.
No, it is proper only. You're sharing. See?
Yeah. They're able to see like this, I think.
No, ma'am. First it was clear. Now it is not clear, ma'am. First I was able to see all the four points
Yeah.
together.
Okay.
Now?
Now?
No, ma'am. Now I am not able to see. Yes, ma'am. It is clear, visible for me.
Okay. Neha, what about you?
Yeah, it's fine, Bijma.
Okay. All right. Share screen. Okay. Present it, na?
No, I don't think वो present करेगा तो चला जाता है.
अभी नहीं दिख रहा है कि नहीं दिख रहा है?
No, it's fine, Bijma.
All right.
Now,
Wonderful.
yes, ma'am. We are able to see.
Wonderful, wonderful. So as I was saying, it can be, so many people come to me for the professional development training program. And, one of the things I tell them is you need to be seen and heard in your organization. You need to be noticed. So in career advancement, it helps specifically if you want to go to the next leadership level. Secondly, it also helps in personal growth. When you start speaking to a number of people and when they respond to you, you start feeling confident about yourself. And that helps you to build your self-esteem and your self-confidence. Third, it reduces stress and loneliness. So when you get connected to a lot of people, like for example, I am a member of the BNI. So every Tuesday we meet there and it's almost 153 people. So we talk to one another, not only about business, but also about ourselves. And we get together on bonding sessions and things like that. So this helps us to reduce the stress. And we feel that, well, there is somebody who has a listening ear for you. So it helps in good mental health. And fourthly, it helps in community involvement. So when you join some networking groups and enhance your social skills, you are able to do certain projects. For example, we planted trees in a particular place and we got a e-certificate for that. So there is one tree growing in our name. So that's a community involvement that is there. So we are able to contribute to the society. So just imagine if you do not interact with anybody, just stay to yourself, you are missing out on a lot of opportunities. And the opportunities, especially to bring, build social relationships. And today, relationships are the basis for growth in any area. And hence, social skills are very, very important. Next is effective communication techniques. Now, in social skills, you need to connect to people. So for that, you need to have effective social communication techniques. So to convey your ideas effectively, clearly, and empathetically. Can anybody tell me what is the meaning of empathy? Hello? Hello?
Yes, Bijma.
Yes, tell me.
Empathy means how we connect with other people.
That's not giving any information. How we connect with another people. Empathy, No. Empathy is like understanding in what position the other person is and,
Yeah.
supporting that person and making that person be assured that you understand clearly what that person is going through. For example, if somebody has lost their loved ones, you are giving your condolence. At that time, you tell them, I know what it means for you. Whatever I say is not going to reduce your pain. So the person understands that you understand exactly what state that person is in. So when you use this kind of a language, it is showing your empathy towards the state that that person is into. Okay. Now, one of few of the communication techniques are active listening. So we need to listen to understand, not just to hear. Okay, so active listening means paying attention to body language. The other day, we did a lot of things on body language, on how immediately you came to know whether a person is having a closed body language or an open body language. Acknowledge the person, reflect, and summarize. Oh, this is what you were saying. I agree or I don't agree to you because I feel this is the right thing. You may have your opinion. These are the ways in which we can initiate the conversations and then summarize. So, active listening will show to the other person that you are interested in them. Everybody wants to know what is there in it for me. So, if you're able to establish the WIFM, then you are a good listener. Next is verbal communication. That is, what language do you use? So be clear, concise, and respectful. Third is non-verbal communication. That is, be aware of your own body language. So like I'm sitting like this, my body is bent forward. So I am here to, I'm totally involved and I'm here to showing my interest. So when the body is like this, it shows interest. If you go behind, it shows that you are not that connected to what you're sharing with others. Okay. Then eye contact and facial expression. Now, when we talk about eye contact, does it mean that you must, constantly stare at that person? No. Eye contact means just enough to catch the glance of an eye, not more than 3 seconds at a time. Okay. Then facial expression. So how do you, use your facial expressions? Like, for example, so this is where I'm showing, I'm nodding, I'm showing, the smile is reaching my eyes. It's not just a smouth. Smouth means when your smile is only up to your mouth. And smiles is when your smile is towards your, reaching your eyes. So a genuine smile, showing that interest through your eyes. All these things are very, very subtle things which you need to know about effective communication techniques. Okay. Do you all find any difficulty here, specifically in non-verbal communication? Any of you can answer.
No, BG ma'am.
Now you're able to understand the cues that people
Yeah.
give you, whether they are interested, whether they like it, whether they are angry. Okay. So one exercise for you all, take 2 people in your family or your friends, 2 people from 2 different areas, and write down at least 5 expressions that each person has, which gives a particular meaning. Like, for example, I sit like this when I'm thinking. So my hands go like this. So I'm thinking. Got it?
Yeah.
So this is a gesture that I'm doing, and it's showing that I'm thinking. Okay. If I am trying to recollect from my memory, then my eyes go upward. So I want you to be an observer to 2 people in your life and see what certain gestures mean. So what are they communicating to you? Okay. So that's your homework. Let's go back to the presentation. Yes. Okay. So, 1 minute. Yes. Now, effective communication techniques we have completed. We go to the next. So, welcome, Akash. So, we finished.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Well,
Okay. Now, building rapport and connections. What does rapport mean? Any idea? तुम मेरे जैसे हो, एक feeling देना सामने वाले को. That's called building rapport. Now look at this picture that is shown there. If you will see, both of them are, all the three of them, they are sitting together, they are laughing, and it shows that they are very well connected. So rapport means having that connection. Okay. So look at how their hands are. Like if you take the left person and the right person, you will see their arms are mirroring each other. So if somebody is sitting like this, you sit like this. So that shows that, where am I? I'm not to be seen. Okay. All right. This laptop is weird. Okay. So you don't try to make it like a copying thing, but very subtly you try to follow the body language that they are exhibiting. So what happens is your brain sees the opposite person like, अरे ये तो मेरे जैसा है. So there is more of interaction. Like if you meet people from your native place, or if you meet people speaking the same language, you have a sort of instant connection with them. That's called as rapport. So make others feel comfortable and valued through active listening. Understanding is the perspective, showing empathy, and having a common ground. Common ground. So many times, people don't know, मैं क्या बात करूं? If I am in a group setting, what do I need to talk? What topic can I speak about? So can we just discuss what could be the probable common topics that we can have with respect to people in a social setting? What are the topics that you can talk about? Any of you? Yes, Smriti.
The topic we can talk about, if it's a social gathering, then we can talk about what's going on, what's your
Current
planning,
Current topics.
current topics.
Okay. Yes, Smriti.
Ma'am, in professional group, we can talk about current affairs, current status of the market, or current status of what is going on in the news, like Olympics is there, cricket or World Cup, whatever is currently going on in the world,
Right.
in India.
So if it is like from a finance background, you talk about money. If it is from an innovation background, you talk about science. If it is from a simple, let's say, you have a group of women together, then you talk about how you can enhance your mental health, or you can talk about books that you read. Akash, what do you think you can talk about in a social setting? Or which kind of topics do you like to speak about?
I'm sorry, I didn't get it.
I said if you are in a social setting and you would like to start a small talk, which kind of topics would you like to speak about?
I don't know. But basically, I think of importance of facial expression.
In a social setting, you will talk about facial expressions?
That's why I said I don't know, ma'am.
Are Baba, if you have to talk to somebody, what are the topics? Do you like science? Do you like
Science, eco, or basically a
Ha.
short introduction about ourselves.
No. I am talking about topics. Listen carefully. When we
Yeah.
talked about active listening, it is listen. What is my question? My question is, if you are in a social setting, what are the topics you like to talk about?
science, about today's current technology.
Like AI could be a topic that is a very common hot topic now. How
Hmm.
you can use AI to
Chat
let
GPT.
a chat GPT. How can you make presentations very fast? Like today's presentation, I've made it through AI. Okay.
Yeah.
So how can you use that technology? That could be one topic. If you are with people who are related to food or drinks, then you can talk about wine, you can talk about winery, you can talk about etiquettes in wine and winery. You can talk about the latest kinds of enzymatic drinks which people have come up with, which helps you to have a better gut health. Okay, so these are all topics that you can talk about. Let's continue with the presentation. Okay. Next is common ground. That's what I said. Find the shared interest to connect. And last is positive reinforcement as to offer genuine compliments with encouragement. For example, if somebody says, you know what, I really liked that book. Let's say, 21 Effective Skills of Leadership by John Maxwell. And then you say, oh, yeah, that's so nice. I'm so happy to know that you like that book. I liked it too. So this is a kind of conversation, that can be built up. And then you say, which leadership lesson did you like the best? And I will say, oh, I liked the servant leadership thing, because I think leadership is a position. It's not a position. It's an opportunity to serve others. And this is how you can build on the topic. Are you with me? Are you all with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So we go forward. Now, emotional intelligence and social awareness. So, managing, understanding, and influencing emotions is what is called as emotional intelligence. And social awareness, that is, emotional intelligence is with regards to self as well as with regards to the society. So, self awareness, understanding your own emotions. Do you know what are the triggers when you can catch yourself getting irritated? Let's just check if you are aware about your own emotions. Yeah, let me take Smriti. Yes, Smriti. What are the things like where you catch yourself getting irritated?
Yes, ma'am. Can you please repeat, ma'am?
What are the things where you start getting irritated about?
When someone repeatedly says something to me, continuously somebody's saying
Nagging.
repeated
Huh.
things to me,
Correct.
or
That is nagging you.
yes,
Huh.
or if somebody is like talking about me,
Hmm.
when two people are saying something or gossiping, not gossiping, but they are talking about me.
Okay. So you get
Yes,
irritated. So you are aware about what are your triggers of irritation. Okay.
yes, yes. I am aware of my triggers, ma'am.
Okay. Now that's a very good thing. So that means you do have a little bit of emotional intelligence. You just need to know now, how do I not
Handle them.
react and how do I respond?
Yes, how do I handle them? Anger is that like I get trigger very fast on anything. Anger is my very weak emotion which triggers me a lot. So I don't
Correct.
know how to control that.
So there is awareness. Now, once
Yes,
you have
awareness.
awareness, half the battle is won. Now, it is only a matter of practice by which you find out strategies by which you are able to handle yourself. All right.
Okay.
So that's called
Okay.
self-awareness. Yes,
Okay.
Akash. Do you know your triggers of sadness?
What,
You
ma'am?
are asking.
No, Akash. I'm asking Akash.
Sometimes not able to achieve things.
Not able to achieve
Achieve
things.
things.
That makes you feel sad. That
Hmm.
means when you start doubting your abilities, you become sad. Wonderful. What about you, Neha?
For me, poking is the most irritable thing.
What?
poking, if someone pokes me,
हाँ
irritates me a lot.
हाँ pokes you as in
In any topic, repeatedly जानबूझ के मुझे same चीज repeat किए जा रहा है. I'm telling him or her, please don't do it, don't. Still he is poking me.
yeah, so something that
take
you
a-
don't like.
Yeah, do the masti he's doing, but I get irritated.
Okay, somebody who's constantly trying to make you come out of your calmness.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So let's move forward. So you're all aware about what actually triggers you. So that's called as self-awareness, recognizing your own emotions. Self-regulation might be an area where you need to help yourself to control your impulses. Then next is empathy, understanding others' feelings. And last is social skills. But I believe that if you do not understand your feelings, you will not be able to understand others' feelings. So if there is no self-awareness, there cannot be empathy. So control, huh?
Understanding our own emotion is very important according to me.
Correct. So that is
Without-
self-awareness.
Yeah,
if you
without
don't-
that, so we are lost actually.
Correct. So empathy is understanding others' feelings. Self-regulation is controlling your impulses. You really want to hit somebody. For example, you're angry and you really want to hit somebody, but then holding yourself back and not, causing damage to somebody else because of the emotions that are arising within you is called as self-regulation. And finally, it is social skills. So in a social setting, if somebody says something which is not what you had said, and at that moment you decide to refute and you decide to argue there, but if you're able to manage your urge to argue and prove yourself, you will be a success in the social setting. Okay, so managing relationships effectively, that is called as social skills. In deep, of course, we will do it later in class. Let's go to the next one. Okay. Navigating social situations. Now, when you are in a social situation, how can you ensure that you have the best behavior and you are able to regulate yourself, your emotions, and are aware about the emotions that come and handle the relationship successfully? First is prepare. Practice conversation starters. So let's do that right now. How can we start a conversation? Let's see who continues. Now, we all four of us will start the conversation. Let's say we are meeting at a food joint. Okay. We are all friends and we are meeting after years together at a food joint.
Hi everyone, how are you, all of you?
Hey, Neha, I'm so happy to meet you. Yeah, I'm really good.
Even I am happy and glad that after so many years we are meeting.
Yeah, it's really great. Hey, what about others, yaar? Come on, given an interview,
It's
nobody's going to wait and tell you, okay, bhai, Smruti, tell me something. You have
it's
to
been
make
long,
the
it's been
initiative.
a long time. After a very long time, we all are
It's
seeing
been
each other.
it's been a while since we are seeing each other.
Yeah. And Akash, I think you have put on a lot of weight. You were not so fat earlier. Can I
Hey,
make this remark? 1 minute. Can I make this remark?
fine.
Tell me, can I make this remark?
Yes,
No.
you can.
No, I
Because
can't.
no, you can't.
I can't. No personal remarks should be made in a group setting. I
Why,
can.
busy ma'am?
No, you cannot make such a remark because there are other people also. They might not have known how he was before. Why should I be the one to tell that?
But rightly you said that we are friends and we are meeting after a long time.
Agreed, but still,
So we can't comment personal.
no, you can't comment personally. You can go to that person and tell that person alone, but not in front of the group.
Okay. If they are a friend also, we can't say.
Yes.
Personal,
Personally,
personal.
मतलब उसको सामने से मिलेगा तो बोलेगा क्या रे आकाश, पहला तो तू इतना मोटा नहीं था, अभी कैसे हो गया?
That I understood. One to one we can say, but in a group we can't say.
We can't say.
Because we used to say
Drawing
that
the
you,
attention, no, when you're drawing the attention to somebody's weakness or somebody's bad points, then it is not allowed.
okay, because and generally we do.
We do, but we shouldn't.
So
Yes.
no personal comments are allowed on for any person meeting in the group. We
In
all
the
should make
group.
a common conversations which are relevant for the group.
Yes. Now, suppose what happens is once the group warms up and once, everybody's just pulling each other's leg or things like that, then you can. That's for
Okay.
fun. That is that time, but not initially.
But
Okay.
according to you, these are the more personal things. So we try to avoid it.
Yes. Try to avoid because nobody likes it. Even if he's put on
Yeah,
weight,
that-
he will not like it when somebody says that why you're put on weight, right?
yeah, I understood.
Huh.
There's a personal and more personal, there's a difference.
Correct. Correct. Okay, let's continue.
So how life has been in these
Oh,
many years?
life's been wonderful. What about you, Akash?
It's all fine.
So what are you doing now?
Right now, I'm preparing for my other competitive exams. Basically,
Wow,
I'm doing part-time job as well.
very nice. You're very industrious. I'm really happy to know that.
Yeah, you're right.
So now you have to ask me. Now I asked you something. So you have to ask me.
What about you?
Well, I am into training. I'm really enjoying myself and it's really fun. I do get students like you. Smriti,
Yes.
come on. Now, when I talked about training, you can put something related to training there. This is how
I
you
am
can
ready
get
with the
a clue.
question. I am ready with the question if you give me the chance.
Wait, let Smriti speak.
Uh, wha- what kind of trainings do you give, ma'am?
Perfect, perfect, perfect. So yes, I do in all sorts of training with respect to personal and professional development.
So do you do online training or offline training or both are there, ma'am, with you?
Yeah, we do both online as well as offline trainings. Both are there. In fact,
Both are
tomorrow itself, I'm having one online training. I would really like it if you would like to attend.
okay. So I would like to join your session. So please, can you help me to join your sessions?
Okay, and then this starts, and this conversation can go on and on and on. Let me take Neha's question. Yes, Neha.
How's your future plans are going on, BG ma'am? You have the plans to open the new branches and all those things that you told me long time back.
Yes, and it's in the process. Verticals we are planning, we are inducting a lot of people, and we're also looking out for investors. So it's a wonderful, thrilling journey. But yes, it is real smart work and hard work both mixed together. So it's really giving me a lot of insights. And you know what, Neha? I am so intrigued by the way that you have developed yourself and your business is running so well. I definitely would want to visit your hotel one of these days.
Any day, anytime, and thanks a lot for the appreciation.
Okay, so we can go on. So now, without any particular preparation, we were able to connect to the other person. My question is, did you feel the genuinity in the speech that each of us were sharing?
Yes, I find the genuinity.
Correct?
Yes,
We're
ma'am.
not
But
saying, tell
I
me.
found it difficult in starting the conversation, and it is my problem that I find difficult in starting the conversation. And
Yeah,
sometimes I go out of the, matlab, I'm stuck what to speak when I meet new people, not the
correct.
people.
Correct. So the safest thing for you, if you meet somebody new, is just observe, and then two or three people may have commented something. So you pick on to that thing and extend it.
Okay.
Like, for
So,
example, you took the training wala thing, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And then we expanded on that. So, like that, you'll have to listen to what others are saying. If you're not
Yeah.
very sure about starting a conversation, you
दो
listen
दिन
to
का जाना है?
Akash, you're speaking to us.
No, sorry.
Okay. So you have to pick in, you have to get into that pause and see when you can take and connect two and two together.
Okay, so
so we
we have
have
to
to
first
be a
be active listener. I have to be an active listener first, and then uh, take what is important, like what is relevant for me, and on what topic can I speak with people in the group.
Correct. So if you are a well-read person, no, if you read different topics, or at least the news that comes on what you say on your mobile or on the newspaper or
News.
on Google, then you will have a lot of things to share.
Okay.
But if you're not well-read, then you'll have to wait for what people are saying and then accordingly give your inputs. So I always encourage people to read as much as they can, know about a variety of topics, and
Okay.
know at least what is happening in the world, little bit at least.
Okay.
So then you get a lot of things to share and talk. And books, reading books and sharing from there is like superb. Everybody, one time or the other, they have read some or the other books, correct?
Okay.
So that is one common thing that can help you out a lot.
Okay.
Okay. So let's
Reading and current news become the most important thing.
correct. So let's go forward. Yes. So prepare, practice conversation starters, be present, pay attention to your surroundings. So how is the situation? Take a, take a view about the environment that you are in. What is generally the vibes that is coming to you? What are the topics that could be relevant in that particular situation is what you need to check out. Next, we have be yourself, be authentic and genuine. For example, if somebody asks you, yesterday the market crashed, by how many points did it crash? It was, I believe, the lowest that it could be. And you do not know anything about the market. What will you say?
I will say yes, I heard about it. It's crashed a lot, but I am not a regular observer.
I'm not a regular observer, or I do not know much about it except that it crashed. Be genuine. Because if you try to fake telling that you know everything about it, then you will fall into more trouble. Okay. So it's always
And they will start asking a more question.
correct. Next.
So whatever we know about the topic, we should speak that much only, or we
Yes.
should be a little silence on.
If
We
you
should
don't know,
speak.
be silent. And if you're expected to ask, pay attention. You have paid attention to what somebody has said. Say that same thing in another way.
Like that Charul or what is the name she talked about on the share market. We didn't know.
Yes.
So we are listening it carefully and try
Correct.
to understand. But we did not interfere in between her.
Right. So Akash, he uses this technique. He doesn't know anything about the topic. He will listen to what others have said, put two and two together, and then repeat the same thing in a different way. I wouldn't suggest that you should use it always, but if there is no option, you can definitely use it. So be flexible.
He becomes smarter.
Yeah. So be flexible and adapt to different situations. Now we go to the next. So overcoming social anxiety. So many times, people have this palpitations, they have the hands sweating, the palms sweating, and they do not know, if they want to say something, they literally feel their throat is dry and they can't speak anything. So in such places, what can we do? So challenge the negative thoughts. You can challenge the negative thoughts. So in the back of your mind mind might be telling, if you open your mouth, they're going to make fun of you. They're going to laugh at you. So you have to challenge those negative thoughts. And at that time, you have to see what you have heard and what you should be saying. Just review it into your mind and then speak. Identify triggers. So find out what are the triggers, which are your triggers, like how we identified earlier. What are your triggers? Second is recognize the situations that cause anxiety. That is, a triggers means recognize the situations that cause anxiety. So which situations are you more anxious about? Let's just share that. If you have to speak in a social setting and there is a group, which situations are you anxious about? Like, for example, if people are talking about let's say, the share market, trading options, and how the government is bringing about new schemes. I don't know anything about it. Of course, little bit I know, but I'm not an expert in that. So I feel very anxious, like what can I talk about? But I do get something to talk about because now I am, what you say, educating myself with respect to what is trading, how trading is done, and how it can help or harm the economy of the country. So that much I know, but still it gives me anxiety. Yes, Purvi.
Ma'am, we have to say that on what topic, like we feel fear, we don't have the knowledge and we feel like, what will I talk on this topic?
Correct. Anxious.
Okay. For me, it is like news. I don't like to listen to news a lot. I know, but I don't like to listen. Like every day, the newspaper has same stories of theft or rape and all that cases. So I don't like to read, but I know that currently the gold rates are going down or silver is going down. Or
Excellent.
I don't have much knowledge about government. Like I will have, but not that much that I can speak or talk or have a long debate competitions with someone. Share market will be another topic which I will know a little bit, but I don't know what is inside depth
Correct.
knowledge I don't have.
Correct. What about you, Akash? What topics are you anxious about?
Topics like general awareness means GK usually, because sometimes that
Ah,
can be a real problem if it
correct.
asked in
Correct.
other interviews.
Okay.
This, however, could be a problem according to me, I think.
What about you, Neha?
I will say newspaper is the biggest problem for me because I doesn't like to read newspaper and listen news.
Correct.
It's not doesn't, it's don't.
So I don't like those both things because
Correct.
every day before when we are child, the news way was different. Nowadays the same news every channel, every hour the repeats news, so I get irritated, and the
Yes.
debates make me more irritated.
Yeah. So you get an anxiety if people are talking about those topics, the current topics that's happening or that's in the news.
My face become blank because I don't know anything about it.
Okay. So how do you respond? Like, suppose somebody's talking about it and they ask you your opinion. How can you respond?
Sorry, I don't read newspapers. I don't know about the current affairs.
Wonderful. Being authentic is what will help you here.
Yeah.
Okay. Next is what is called as cognitive restructuring. That is challenging the negative thoughts and replacing them with positive ones. Challenging the negative thoughts and replacing it with positive ones. So, if you have this negative thought in your mind about yourself that people are going to laugh at you, you will say, they are also of my batch itself. Why will they laugh at me? I'm being asked a question. So, they are expecting an answer from me. So, if I don't know, it's fine. You don't have to be an encyclopedia or an institution in yourself. If you don't know, you don't know. So that's how you challenge the negative thoughts and replace it with positive thoughts, saying that how much I know, I will answer. Next is called as exposure therapy. Exposure therapy generally means face your fear head on. Yes, Mruti, you had a question?
Ma'am, but when we don't know about particular things nowadays, it is like we feel inferior also कि मेरे को ये चीज के बारे में मालूम कैसे नहीं है या
हाँ, तो यही चीज तो मैं बोल रही हूँ. देखो, चैलेंज द नेगेटिव थॉट्स एंड रिप्लेस देम विद पॉजिटिव थॉट्स. मैंने क्या कहा अभी कि यू आर नॉट एन एनसाइक्लोपीडिया एंड इट्स ओके नॉट टू नो एवरीथिंग. उनको आता है, तुमको नहीं आता है. इट इज ओके नॉट टू नो एवरीथिंग. अगर आप चाहते हो, लाइक इफ दे से समथिंग, इफ यू हैव अ फोन, just write that topic on the phone and you will be able to get a lot of information about it.
And
actually
I
I
would
did
like
for empathy. I did not know the word empathy. I currently did. Just in sitting in the class, I did because I do nowadays, but that gives me a lot of conscious feeling कि मैं क्या बात करूं जब मुझे मतलब मालूम है नहीं है उस चीज के बारे में, तो मुझे इंफीरियर कॉम्प्लेक्स फील होता है कभी कभी कि क्यों मालूम नहीं है, कि सबको मालूम है, मुझे क्यों उस चीज के बारे में मालूम नहीं है, तो मुझे बहुत एंजाइटी होती है एंड आई डोंट फील कंफर्टेबल
Correct.
देयर
That is because you are setting a particular bar for yourself कि उनको सब कुछ आता है, मुझे भी आना चाहिए. See, no human being is perfect. Everybody is imperfectly perfect. So how much you know. There might be certain things which you know, others don't know. You don't have to be what you are not. So it's okay. That's what exactly cognitive restructuring is. It is okay if I don't know something. I am not the master of all trades. But
Okay.
yes, I am master of some.
Okay.
I would like
What
to
I know
say,
might other people may not know.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
I
Exactly.
would like to say everything is not my cup of tea.
Exactly. मैं सब कुछ, like for example, Sanjeev Kapoor, he is the famous cook, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He has a lot of recipes that he has done, and he's a brand in himself in the field of cooking.
Yes.
When he came for the dance show, he was pathetic, right? So that
Yes.
doesn't make him any less of the chef that he is. He
Okay.
is not any less of the chef. That is his forte. But dancing is not his forte. That doesn't mean he has lost face. He just tried something. It's okay. You don't have to be good in everything.
Okay.
It's okay not to be okay. Once you allow yourself that permission, I just have to be myself. See, I take a plum and I say, I want an apple juice coming out of this plum. Is it possible?
No.
Because a plum is a plum. You are who you are because of your imperfections and your perfections. Got it?
And I would like to say, I
Yeah,
just
sure.
forgot. I would like to say something. I just forgot. When I get recollected, I will tell you.
Okay. So, Akash, certain times you feel angry when you are not able to be up to the mark in class, right?
Yeah.
So now onwards, you just look at yourself. It's okay. At that time, I could not perform. And then you practiced and practiced and practiced. And then finally you did perform, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it is not necessary that everybody understands at the same rate or everybody has the same information that the entire group has. Not necessary. But you should not give up. You should try to know that. So many times when I was a teacher also in school, children used to ask me pretty tough questions. Most of the questions, answers I had. But those that I did not have, I would very coolly accept and say, I don't think I know this answer, but definitely I will find out and let you know. And the next day I would make it a point to tell them what it is. So it's okay. They accept you the way you are. And your respect does not get any decrease.
Okay.
I was saying, ma'am, that self-confidence is very important.
Yeah. Now,
For anyone, if we don't know how to smartly answer, and self-confidence.
see, confidence is required, but how come it is coming now? We're talking about overcoming the social anxiety. So, building up your confidence will reduce the social anxiety, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. So, next is exposure therapy. Exposure therapy means face your fears bang on. Jada se jada kya hoga? Have you ever heard about somebody being put into jail because they did not have an answer to the question asked in the group? किसी को जेल में डाला इसकी वजह से?
No.
No.
नहीं ना.
No, ma'am. What kind of joke is this?
Yeah, it is not a joke. I'm asking you a question. The question is, nobody will ever put you if you go blank on stage. They won't put you to jail, right? So what is the worst that can happen if you don't answer? Or what is the worst that can happen if you become blank? You will say, I'm so sorry. It has happened to me in so many training sessions that I've done. I suddenly didn't know what I was talking about. So I tell them, I'm so sorry. I lost it. We were talking about something. but I just got distracted. Can you just remind me what I spoke about? And they have very gladly reminded me. So
This I have heard happening in sessions with many trainers like you, ma'am,
Yes.
that they actually this happens when you said that they say, "Can you please recollect? We lost the track what we were talking about."
Exactly, exactly. Nothing wrong with that. We are all human beings. So having that ability that I made a mistake, accept that mistake. But many people cannot do that. They will try to cover it up or defend themselves. Akash, you remember? Many times you try to defend yourself. There is no
Yeah.
need. There is no need to defend yourself. I'm sorry, ma'am, I'm not able to remember. I'm sorry, ma'am, I'm not getting what points I should be saying now. And when you seek help, genuinely seek help, you will get it. Okay. So exposure therapy is you're scared of doing something, face the fear and go ahead in spite of the fear. Okay. So gradually expose yourself to anxiety provoking situations. So go head on, face your fear, and you will be able to overcome that fear. Yes, Mruti, you want to say something?
You said currently accept your mistakes. Like it is for every situation in life, I have to accept. Like if I have done something wrong, and if I know consciously that this is my mistake, so I have to accept that yes, I did it.
Yes, yes.
This was my fault. I did it by mistake.
Yes. और ये ना ईगो को बहुत पीना पड़ता है. And once you
Yes.
drink your ego and decide that no, I'm going to be a better person, go ahead and admit your mistakes.
It is very difficult. जल्दी से नहीं आता है खुद से बोलना पर
नहीं आता है क्योंकि तुम चाहते हो कि तुम्हारा जो इमेज है ना उसको बरकरार रखे.
Okay.
Right? पर ये बरकरार रखना will become a stress for you.
Okay.
So it is better to say I made a mistake, I'm sorry. ये मुझे नहीं करना चाहिए था, ये मुझे पता चला. And in fact, you know, people will become more open to accept you.
Okay.
So the thing is, we have our ego, so we don't want to say मैं गलती कर सकती हूँ. नहीं, कभी नहीं. How can I make a mistake? Right? So I don't want my identity to be tarnished. So I hide it. Now when I've hid it, I have to hide many more things. ऐसे बोलते हैं ना, see, एक झूठ को छुपाने के लिए 100 झूठ बोलना पड़ता है. In the
हाँ.
same manner. In the same manner. अरे गलती किससे नहीं होती है? In fact, when you admit to your mistakes, you will say that, I mean, people will know that you're human. Right?
तो मैम अगर करंट अभी तुरंत कुछ मिस्टेक हो गई, अभी रियलाइज नहीं हुआ कि मैंने मिस्टेक करी है, पर अगर बाद में भी रियलाइज होता है तो उसको जाके सॉरी बोल के अपन करेक्ट कर सकते हैं कि हाँ उस दिन मुझसे वो मिस्टेक हो गई थी. सो आई एम सॉरी फॉर व्हाट आई डिड दैट डे. आई डिडंट रियलाइज इट एट दैट टाइम, बट करंटली आई एम एबल टू I can feel the guilt. What I did was wrong, so I am sorry for
Yes.
what I did.
Yes, definitely. And please, please do that. Even if it is after 10 years, even if it is after 20 years. At the age of 35, I said sorry to my parents for the pain that I caused them. तब तक मैं सोच रही थी नहीं मैं तो सही हूं, मैं तो सही हूं. पर रियलाइजेशन आया 35 इयर्स पे, तब मैंने बोल दिया कि I'm sorry for all the pain that I have caused you in all these years because I was a very notorious child. कभी किसी की बात नहीं सुनती थी, अभी भी नहीं सुनती हूँ. That's a different thing, but this time now अभी मुझे पता है.
You should now appreciate that people come to listen to you, and you have students like us that who come to listen to you.
But yes, so if I'm sure that you know this works for you, I will be behind you and I will say this is what you have to do because I know it from my expertise. But yes, if I am wrong, I do admit that I am wrong. So but you know what, when you admit you're wrong ना, पूरा वो stress चला जाता है. Otherwise every time you have to fake yourself and that faking causes so much of stress. Right? So ego means edit God out. So if you made a mistake, you tell that person that I made a mistake, you will be relieved, that person will be relieved. Okay, so it brings people together rather than making them separate. Many times what happens, you have made a mistake, you know it, but you don't want to admit it. But don't you think those energies will reach the opposite person? So आपने गलती किया, आप एडमिट नहीं कर रहे हो, तो आप झूठे भी बन जाते हो,
Yes.
तो आप
Yes.
झूठे भी बन जाते हो.
Yes.
So
Yes.
why to put all those things on your head? It's fine.
And
We
उससे बहुत
all make
नेगेटिव
mistakes.
एनर्जी भी क्रिएट होती है. मतलब इट हैज
Exactly.
हैपेंड टू मी कि नेगेटिविटी बहुत ज्यादा क्रिएट होती है. उनके माइंड में अपने लिए क्रिएट होती है क्योंकि उनको अपना सच मालूम होता है. और अपनों को भी सेम अपने सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में गिल्टी फीलिंग तो 24/7 रहता है कि नहीं मैंने गलती की है.
राइट. और वो बोझ है ना, बहुत बहुत हेवी
हाँ,
होता
और
है.
उसकी वजह से काफी प्रॉब्लम्स क्रिएट होती है अपनों को.
Right, right. Next is relaxation techniques. So practicing deep breathing, meditation, or mindfulness. So deep breathing is something that is very, very important. And, it's like you take a deep breath, hold for a count of 4, and then release through your mouth for a count of by making an O, and release it for a count of 4. This is one technique which really helps you. So whenever you are too stressed, you can practice this. You can be genuine with yourself and allow yourself to feel the emotion and let it go out of your body. So on a count of 4, take a deep breath. Again. So counts of 4, take in breath, hold, and release. So this is a very effective technique. Then there are meditation techniques. You get a lot on the YouTube, and they really help you. There are soothing relaxation music, which you can put. Many, many, many videos you get on YouTube. Any of them you can use. You can use the relaxation techniques and meditation or mindfulness. Now, what is mindfulness? Mindfulness means mind is not full. It is emptying. That means you only keep those thoughts in your head which is required at that moment. So being fully present. Like the other day, I had given you all a task. Be with one person. Were you there for that session? Where I said be with one person and spend your entire time listening to that person so that you create a win-win situation. It's not easy because 100% attention you're giving to that other person. So that's being mindful. Okay. I think we've come to the end of it. Okay. There is. Then developing lifelong social skills is by continuous learning and practice, reading, seeking knowledge from books and articles, networking, attending social events and meeting new people, practicing, that is engaging in conversations and social situations, learning from videos and online resources. Mohak? 1 minute. So I think we have come to the end of this session, and you have got a lot of inputs related to how you can enhance your social skills. So go ahead and practice that, and we will meet again in the class tomorrow. So thank you all viewers for watching it. We are exactly on time. It's 8:33. And every Wednesday, we are going to bring to you beautiful topics on secrets of living a full life, a fearless, unstoppable, limitless, and loving. Management Me School of Confidence loves to take up topics which help you to get better insights and live a better life. So this is Biji Tushar, Leadership Development Catalyst, signing off for now. Anything you want to say? Any of you?
I like today's topic. Very innovative and very informative.
Thank you, Neha. Thank
Nice
you.
topic, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. The information was really helpful. In detail, we can once again go through the video and learn a lot of things.
Sure, sure.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome. So God bless you all, Shubhratri, and have a wonderful night.